G'day, it's Pete here, and today I wanted to go over the answers to the Genius or Insanity. Which boards did I actually do well on, and which boards was I off the deep end? So we'll look over these, but before I do, let's see what people's guesses were. So for board number 1, 60% of people thought I was going to get 100%, 40% thought I was going to get a bottom. So let's jump in and take a look at this one. So just in a quick recap, for this board, basically what happened is I opened a no trump. We got to a pretty normal 3 no trumps. The opponents found a really friendly lead for me, the Jack of Diamonds, but I was trying to work out why they led that. Anyway, I didn't take the heart finesse now, but went in and guessed spades correctly. So here finessed a spade and got that to the ace. And now they went up with another heart, and I chose not to finesse here. So here I was trying to work out what to do. I took my spades, I took my diamonds and played a club to the king. And then after that, I decided to try and end play west to lead away from the queen of clubs. Let's see how this went. Go down. Yeah. I'm surprised West didn't lead their club. Good way to go 0%. So they led the Jack of Diamonds rather than from Queen 5th or 9 3rd. I thought they'd really preferred 9 3rd than Jack Doubleton here. So my assumption was that they had the Queen of Hearts as well. They did well to hold on to a heart and ditch their Queen of Spades and things like that. I like to back my judgment there. Obviously, it worked out really, really poorly. I could have just finessed hearts and gotten 3 hearts, 4 diamonds is 7, 2 clubs, and is 9. A spade is 10. How did people make 11? They opened a diamond and got a club lead. Scored 0%. I was pretty happy with my choice there. I thought it was pretty sound reasoning that I thought, I missed that West started with 5 clubs, so they did pitch 2 clubs. I must have transposed one of East's discards there. Even still, I felt like West really should have had something. I got the safe 35%, but it's match point, so good try. If I may ask about the 2nd division level, but I'm having trouble improving. I'm about the 2nd division level, but having trouble improving further. Would you have any advice? I would recommend reading books, talking with people, finding at your club the best people that play in the club, people that are a higher level. Find hands that you actually had problems with. Go and ask them about those hands. Don't find hands that you think your partner mucked up or where you're trying to justify that, oh, my action was actually correct. Find hands that you are actually wondering about or that you think are interesting rather than ones that try and pass blame off. And take those to expert players and ask them about those decisions. So that'll really help you with bidding decisions. Card play, I recommend reading books or just looking at these and trying to find, can I improve my percentage? Find those extra 1% plays or options like that. Take risks, experiment, try and get 0% boards and back yourself. You'll learn from it. Don't always try and play it safe and never try and take a risk because you think you might look foolish. Happily go out there and you learn from those experiences. So definitely go out and do that. So they're my general thoughts on how to improve. And then try and make sure you're always consistent. Mentally prepared to go in and actually play. Don't go, I wasn't feeling well and just wash that over. Look over your mistakes. Look over the boards you play, analyze them, and see what you could have done better. So I'm not really quite sure what to think about that one. I think my analysis was decent. I got a big fat 0, but West did have Queen X of clubs. I had the shape right. And it was really about that inference of, well, did they lead the Jack of Diamonds? Do you think I was actually right in that they would actually more often lead a heart in that spot or a diamond? It's a bit of an unusual one. So I was kind of happy with how I played that one, even though I got a absolute 0. But that's sort of like coming back to trying to guess the robots, and I love that sort of play. And I'm happy to wear that sort of one. Anyway, moving on to board number 2. What did people guess here? So again, 60% of people thought I got 100% on this board. So let's jump in and take a look at what happened here. So for this one, I had a pretty normal 1-no trump overcall, but I was considering some things like double, and then do I actually run, but I sat it out. And here I ummed and ahed at the start about do I take the ace or not, or do I duck it? I eventually chose to duck it, and the opponent switched to diamond. I went up with the queen. It doesn't really matter if you do or not. And here they switched to hearts, which was a bit strange, but I won the queen here and saw the potential in trying to knock out diamonds, so try and set them up. And they went in there, and now they went back to spades. And at this stage, I came out the king of clubs trying to set that up. So how did that go? Why not? Yeah, so king of clubs and heart shift. Okay. All right, so now I'm kind of stuck in the other hand. I have lost 4 tricks, and I've got the queen of clubs and ace of diamonds to lose. So it looks like I can just play a 9 of clubs. I don't want them to be able to lock me in my hand, but we'll play the 9 of clubs. There's the ace queen of clubs. And I've set up the diamond. Oh no, they're just going to wait for it. Okay, well, good news, we are making. 100%! What a way to start. We're going good board and then 100%. Other people were going 2 off, then 3 off. We had the point count right. East had 12 opposite to... You're the only one on the planet to make that. But yeah, so this was really just thinking about the points and going, well, it looks like East had the ace of diamonds because spade and I ducked and they switched to a lowish diamond. And yeah, then they shifted to a heart. Yeah, let's set that up. And here I just saw the potential of setting up the long diamond, and eventually saw the potential of setting up the long club rather than committing to trying to set up my hearts and just thinking of the shape. Anyway, 180, that was a fantastic start. So I managed to nail that one, the exact layout, that ace queen of clubs off there. So that one went fantastic. I thought that was a pretty interesting one because I was very unsure at the start about which way to go. And I think it really highlights that sometimes you think people know everything. This one, I got a good board, but right at the start, there was so many options. I wasn't really quite sure where to go, but managed to navigate my way through that one. Anyway, let's look at board number 3. So for this one, only 53% of people thought I got 100% on this board. It was kind of an interesting one, but let's jump in, have a look at the recap here. So for this one, I opened a club. My partner made a negative double. I bid to 2 hearts. They made an invite. I had 14, but chose to pass. So here's one of the spots where I think I won the auction. Some people might have bid 4 hearts. Anyway, I then continued on and managed to get hearts right. I played a heart to the ace, but then when trumps are bad, working on a side suit's usually a good idea. And here it's important to know that they can't actually get both their ruffs. Okay, ace of clubs, that's good news. Okay, so win that, and I wanted to trump that diamond. Lead another club up. Okay, clubs broke. They didn't get a club ruff, so we win that. We draw a trump. Jack of clubs and club over. Queen was there. Okay. 100%. Nice. Like they could have beaten me, so that they could have always gotten that club ruff. But basically, I was hoping that East had 1 spade and 3 clubs, and they weren't able to untangle the ruff. But they could have beaten me, but failed to do so. So 3 hearts worked well. So first of all, 2 people bid on to 4 hearts. So someone opened a no trump, which if you apply the let's open 14 counts, that'll work, get you way too high. But this was just like a terrible 14 count. Now, I was just double checking I had 14. Terrible 14 count, such that even when my partner invited, I declined. Like, I like aces. My partner showed up with 2 of them, and I still couldn't make 4 hearts. 3 hearts. So take that 100%, move me up to 70%. So the opponents had a chance there. They missed the opportunity to get that rough, but it still worked well. And just preserving a little bit of care, making sure I didn't get tapped out. When trumps were an issue, I started working on the side suit, paid dividends. So while they could have beaten me on that one, I think that was a pretty decent board. Interesting one about where to make the decision point on that hand. Awkward one there, but yeah, 100% on that one. Let's now take a look at board number 4. So again, 53% of people thought that I would get 100% on this board. So we'll jump in and take a look at this one. So here I opened a no trump, my partner stamened, and then we settled in 2 no trumps. And here they let a club, and I took a spade finesse, which I think is all pretty normal. And this diamond shift here is really interesting. And I thought maybe I can try and build a heart trick, hoping West has doubleton queen. I think I've made an error in my analysis here, but let's see if you can spot it. Okay. Um, 0%. Ouch. Okay, so the diamond layout was off, and I was always down 1, so I could have cashed out for down 1. Oh, some people made it. Let's have a look at what they did. So club up, spade to the 10, queen of diamonds, spade, diamond up. I lost. Cashed another couple of spades. Oh, wow, they get squeezed. All right, so West can't afford the heart, and they've got the long club. So cashing the winners, and they just got squeezed, and that actually brought it home. Interesting board. I got a big fat 0, but I think what I did was reasonable. Queen of diamonds play was really, really strange. But maybe one reason for that is maybe like Easter's like really, really weak. So again, maybe I should take that into account and not play for them to have any more honors. So that one was a big fat 0. The king queen of hearts were offside, and I think the main thing here is why did East switch to the queen of diamonds? Well, I think that they thought that clubs was no use and this was their last entry. And maybe I could have placed both the king, queen of hearts in the West hand and gone that way. I think I was far too committal on that one, but a pretty interesting one. Anyway, on to board number 5. This one I didn't give you much information. I gave you an auction which looked terrible. And you guys all thought that this went hopeless for me. Only 28% of you thought that maybe I'd get 100% on this board. So we'll jump in and take a look at it. So here I opened a spade and then came back in with a double, and partner just bid 4 clubs, which we passed. So let's see how you know what they got going on there. But I wasn't going to have a bar of it. Yeah. Good news. Like, I guess this hand basically fits the description, but whatever it is, I wasn't thrilled about it. We have a spade loser, a heart loser. We got 4 diamond losers. We got 9 high card points opposite
14, so 23, 17 missing. West has like 12 of them, so maybe East has 5. I want to try and set up spades. I want to try and rough some diamonds. Good news, it wasn't Gerber, yeah. Alright, so I think I need to try and set up spades here, so I want to lead towards my King Jack. Okay, we'll set up one trick. Wondering if I should go King S spades, rough a spade, or just trump a spade early. Just gonna trump a spade. Okay, show me 3-3 spades. Beautiful. What was I doing underbidding this hand? Why didn't I go ahead and bid 5? Obviously, everything would work here. So 11 tricks and 100% there. Okay. So some people are coming in and bidding 2 spades or 2 hearts. Thought I saw another 4 club bidder. 4 spades down 2. Correcting it to 4 spades, right? So I really don't think there's any need to correct it once partner's done it. If you do make a takeout double with these hands, you sort of have to trust partner. And as you can see, it was pretty worthwhile. Some people in 3 clubs. Okay. Right. So they didn't go after setting up clubs there. But first of all, partner either has like a really weak hand or they have a hand that typically wants to penalize diamonds. This is like a really weird hand for partner to have. But reopening with a double, if partner's got hearts, good news, they're going to bid hearts. If partner's got like a couple of spades and 2 spades is a fine spot, they're going to bid 2 spades. If partner has a stack of diamonds and the opponents are in trouble, they're going to pass and they're going to penalize it. So I think reopening with a double is a better choice. If you've got a small singleton diamond, I think it's absolutely clear cut. But with singleton king, I still think that reopening with that double, in case partner's got a good hand with 5 or 6 diamonds and wants to just penalize, is what you want to do to try and open it up. And obviously, hearing partner bid 4 clubs wasn't ideal, but 4 clubs was cold. We can make that. Or not. They can lead differently. What do they have to do afterwards? Shift to a heart? They can still make after the club shift. Wow. At what point couldn't they? They have to play a heart there and then to knock out my entry. Because I can't draw trumps and get back to that south hand effectively. It felt like a pretty good contract though. So I'll take my 100% there. So I managed to actually navigate 100% on that board. So the auction looked truly terrible. The card play went well for me. It's kind of one of these ones where I wasn't quite sure where to stop it, but it certainly looked awful there. So that one was a bit of a bait. And I would have guessed 0% as well, but managed to actually navigate the card play there, not panic, not try and bid something else once I'd gotten into that spot. Often you can see people throw away boards that things like that just go terribly. So make sure you keep giving it all. And then, so there were all those hands. I wanted to point out 2 people that actually put in guesses. One of them put in a guess for just 4 of the hands, but got all of them right. So congrats to Andrew Sinclair getting all 4 of them right. They didn't answer the 5th one though. But someone managed to get all 5, and that was Tony Emerson. So well done to both of you. And thanks for watching this. Is it genius or insanity? It's obviously hard to guess some of these. But yeah, I went 0 on the first board. I think my reasoning was okay, but it clearly failed. Board 2, I was very umming and ahhing, but managed to navigate my way through that. Board 3, I actually was quite happy with the way I played it. I thought that one might have been the easiest one to guess, but only 53% of people thought that I was going to do that. I think it was important to think that, well, I'd already done well in the auction, and and in the play, I'd managed to get hearts right. And at that stage, nothing terrible looks like it could happen. Board number 4, that one I think I was way too committal into some option, not sort of drawing all the inferences. Board number 5, the auction went terribly. I didn't give you a lot of information on that one, but I just found it funny that managed to get a top board when the auction went so poorly for me. Anyway, thanks all for watching, and big shout out to all my subscribers. It really means a lot. I'm so proud to get to 10,000 subscribers. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.